Hi, welcome to my video. This is the Eclectic Male Witch. Tonight, guys, I'm doing a little discussion. Actually, it's more of a little story. It's about me and how I've gotten my journey into manifestation and witchcraft. I want you guys to know a little bit about that, how I got started. And it's actually not as long as you might think. I've done a lot of research. I've been doing this for a little while, but not quite as long as you think. So I'm going to get into reading about my article that I wrote about this, about me. I'm going to do some talking points on it, okay? Let's get right into this, alright? The name of this video is going to be Embracing the Craft, My Journey into Manifestation and Witchcraft. Alright, here we go. When I first dipped my toes into the world of spirituality, I had no idea that it would lead me down the path of witchcraft. My journey began with a simple interest in the law of attraction, a concept that teaches us the power of positive thinking and how we can manifest our deepest desires through focused intention. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of a much deeper exploration of the world of energy, manifestation, and the ancient art of witchcraft. The more I learned about the law of attraction, the more fascinated I became with the idea of harnessing energy to create change in my life. As I researched further, I discovered this concept was not new. In fact, it had roots in ancient practices that had been passed down for generations. This is when I stumbled across the world of witchcraft. At first, I was hesitant to explore witchcraft. It has been shrouded in mystery and fear for centuries. Many people associate witchcraft with dark, malevolent forces. But as I delved deeper, I discovered that this fear was often based on ignorance and misunderstanding. Witchcraft is not about summoning evil spirits or casting harmful spells. It's about channeling energy, connecting with nature, and harnessing the power of plants, herbs, and other natural elements to create positive change. As I read books on witchcraft and begin to practice the craft myself, I realize that the essence of witchcraft is manifestation. Just like the law of attraction, witchcraft teaches us how to focus our intentions and channel energy to manifest our desires. By working with the natural elements, we can tap into the energy of the universe and use it to empower our intentions. My journey into witchcraft wasn't just about personal empowerment. I also wanted to use my newfound skills to help others. I focused my craft on healing, protection, and guidance, striving to bring positive energy and support to those in need. I learned that witchcraft can be an incredibly powerful force for good when used in the right intentions and a pure heart. However, as I connected with other witches and learned more about the craft, I came to understand that each witch's path is unique. We all have our own beliefs, practices, and intentions, and as a witch, it is not my place to judge how others choose to practice their craft. We are all on our own spiritual journey, and each of us must follow the path that resonates with our own soul. My journey into witchcraft has been a transformative one, opening my eyes to the power of energy, manifestation, and natural world around us. I have found a deep sense of connection and purpose in my craft, and I am grateful for the opportunity to help others through my practice. Witchcraft has taught me that we are all capable of creating positive change in our lives and the lives of others. We just need to tap into the energy that surrounds us and channel it with intention and focus. So if you find yourself drawn to the world of witchcraft, I encourage you to explore it with an open mind and heart. There is so much beauty, wisdom, and power to be found in the ancient art of the craft, and you may just discover a new way to manifest your deepest desires and connect with the energy of the universe. Guys, this says it all. This talks about how I got started. It all started with the law of attraction with me. I started seeing some videos on that, and I was like, I didn't know exactly much about it. About a year and a half ago, I started researching it and found out by using your intentions, you can actually help bring manifestations into your life. Now, for me, that wasn't quite enough. I needed something to help me with that. So I started doing spells and everything. And I'm going to get into that in my talking points tonight, alright? So here's what I have to say about this. In 1 second, guys. Alright. See, like I said, my first interest into law of attraction was about a year and a half ago. See, I love the idea of being able to manifest things into my life within my intentions. Then about a year ago, I stumbled across a YouTube video about a honey jar spell that can be used to sweeten up people around you so they would like you more. I didn't do spells right away, but about a month later, after a lot of research, I did my first spell. It was a protection spell to create wards to protect my home from negative energy. See, because when you are working with energies, whether you realize it or not, you can attract negative things into your life. So setting up protections first, it is crucial, guys. You absolutely must do that. You don't want to bring things in your home that can scare or harm your family, guys. It's not worth it. You've got to protect yourself and your people around you that you love. Because just like in our physical world, there's good and bad, same in the spiritual world. There's things that'll take advantage of that. They'll see you're doing something, they can open a door. They'll come rushing in, and they'll do things that wreak havoc in your life. So you've got to protect yourself. Just like there's good and bad people, there's good and bad entities. It's just like there's things that'll do things bad and things good. Same with people. But in the spiritual world, it's so much more powerful. So we have to be careful, guys. Alright, after I did my protections, the next spell I did, listen to this, was an anxiety jar spell to remove anxiety from my life. See, it took almost a month for it to manifest, but when it did, guys, it literally brought tears to my eyes. See, I suffered with debilitating anxiety for many years. And guys, it destroyed my social life. And this spell completely turned that around for me. See, I will continue to use my craft to help others, but never harm. But I will do defensive magic, and I will send back energy to people that have caused severe harm to me, my family, my friends, or innocent people. You know, I've explained to you before, I don't do hexes, curses. I don't want to bear the guilt or responsibility for causing harm. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think I have a right to do that. Yes, I've changed my mind about writing people's names down and being able to use names and spells, but for good intentions, not for bad. I used to say, well, you know, we should never write names down, but I talked to other witches about this. Guys, we've had discussions. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as your intentions are pure, trying to help people and stuff, guys, you can write names down. Just be careful. Make sure your intentions are pure. You do not want to harm people. Like I said in the video, I can tell people how to practice their craft. But for me, I won't do that. I'm about love. I want to heal people. Guys, I'm learning how to channel energy. There's things I can do now that I just couldn't do even a couple months ago. And my spells are getting more effective. But the first anxiety spell I did was very effective because my intentions are so strong. Like I cried when it was successful. I poured my tears into it when I did it. So my intentions were strong, guys. So that made all the difference. You see, after my social life was destroyed, this spell completely changes for me. I will continue to use my craft to help others, but never harm. Like I said, only send the energy back when it's necessary. And I've done a few return to sender spells, guys. I've showed you how to do some for self-defense. But like I said, you see, when you do something to somebody when it's not necessary, it's almost like you're trying to put a curse or a hex on a person. That's not what this is about. Picture a boomerang. You have a boomerang in your hand. You know how it comes back to you? You throw that boomerang out. What's going to happen? No matter how far you throw it, it's eventually going to turn around and come back to you. The same same with spells. You put something positive out there, karma's gonna come back, it's gonna boomerang back. Put something negative, it's gonna boomerang back and blow up in your face. I had to learn this the hard way, guys. I never did anything really negative, but I messed around a little bit. I'm not gonna get into details when I first started this, and I'll tell you, it bit me right in the butt. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way. But I would encourage you guys, I'm telling you, since you know, maybe you're new to this, or you haven't even got into it, you're even thinking about it, I don't know, but be careful. First thing, set up some protection wards. I showed you guys how to create protection wards, like taking 4 of them, putting them in the 4 corners of your house on your property. I showed you one of my ways I came up with doing it, and it's very effective. I've had a couple experiences happen to me. When I was researching all this, before I even started doing the spells, I think I got the interest in something because I know there's been a couple times I was laying in my bed. It sounds crazy, but I've been poked and stuff. And after that, I realized, before I even do any of these spells, I've got to literally put some protections up. And once I did that, all that stopped. Something was just trying to play games and me saying, "We're here, we know what you're doing." It didn't scare me. It's really so much. It just kind of annoyed me. Because I knew what was going on. I learned enough about it to know that there were things playing games in me, guys. So, And be careful too. There's things that'll pretend to be good that aren't. You got to have discernment. And you got to understand the energy. There's things that'll come along that impersonate something good. That's very real. Good things don't impersonate bad things, obviously. Bad things will impersonate something good. So just be careful. Know what you're doing. Do so much research before you do your first spell. I would really suggest that. Now, there's some you might be able to get away with, but be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have energy going everywhere. It's going to be chaotic. You need to ground your energy and you need to center yourself, guys. If you don't, it's going all over the place. You're throwing it all over, and it's just wasting it. You're wasting your energy. So, like when not all spells, you don't have to. You must always have to cast circus, but center yourself, ground yourself, guys. In certain cases, you definitely want to cast a circle. Call quarters. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I'll explain it to you sometime. Not everybody does that, but I choose to do that. So, all right, guys, this wasn't a real long discussion tonight. I have a private spell I got to do. I didn't have a video up for the last couple of days. Last night I had some friends over. Night before that, I was exhausted. I didn't sleep well. I wasn't feeling real well, so took a couple of days away. So I just did a little video tonight. Didn't really have any incense to burn or anything, or anything with bay leaves. This is about my journey into the craft, and I'll tell you before I go, it's helped my life so much. Not just with anxiety, guys. I have so much peace. Like no matter where I go or what I do, things can go. I can get a little frustrated at times, but it doesn't last. I can center myself and get right back to my positive thinking. And it's all because of my work. It's all because of the law of attraction. My witchcraft practice, guys. I know there's a lot of people that have been taught for many years how evil witchcraft is, and Hollywood puts a lot of garbage out there too. You see these movies and you see these bad things. You see these witches with warts on their face. That's all nonsense, guys. That's I think you even know that. Like something turned into some animal. You can't do that. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't work like that at all. Like people that used to get accused of witchcraft years ago used to burn, which was horrible. A lot of them were. So some of them were just people that mixed herbs together in their town to heal. They killed the one person in their town that could have healed them. They had knowledge about foraging and herbs. And they accused them of being a witch because of ignorance and fear. They killed the one person that could have actually made a difference in ancient times when they didn't have medicine. These people were helping, not harming. Of course, there's always been people that'll do harm, guys. But we don't have a right to take somebody and burn them. Like, that's awful. Like, it doesn't happen anymore, thank God. I know it's at least in our society today, at least in American society, more people are accepting of it. I don't have a problem with people that have different beliefs, like religious beliefs, saying it's I understand that people were taught things, and I was taught things for years about it too. And I respect, just like that, I would ask that they respect me, even if they don't, I'm going to respect their beliefs too. Part of loving somebody is doing that. I see religious groups being criticized because people say they hate and this and that, but I'll tell you guys, sometimes what we have to do, look at how they were raised from the very beginning, look what they were taught. And a lot of times it's because that's all they've ever known. I think if we want to get people to start thinking, so we want to start reaching out to these people, do it in love. Do it in love, guys. Don't start bashing them over the head. Even if they do that to you, return it with love. Show them it's not evil. See, if you bash them, if you start saying all these things negative, it's gonna put fuel on that fire, and it's gonna make them think that all the more. You want them to see what it's really about. Show them love. Unconditional love and acceptance, guys. That's what we need to do. No matter how hard it is, do that. Please try it, all right? Because I think we'll start seeing, people will start seeing for what it really is. We can't just say this, we believe it. We have to show it with our actions. If we get out angry every time somebody has a different point of view, or even is critical, or thinks something because we think they're ignorant, or we think that's not going to help. It's going to put fuel on the fire. We don't want to do that. We want to show love, unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional friendship, unconditional respect, guys. So, well, that was my little discussion for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a private spell to do tonight, so I'm not gonna do that because that's private. I would have done a spell tonight, but I want to do this discussion, and I have to have time to do that. So I just want to let you know about that. But I did want to do a video tonight. It's been a couple days, guys. So, all right, before we go, you know what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, remember, everyone has worth, value, beauty, and needs to be loved. Everyone has worth, value, beauty, deserves unconditional love, unconditional respect, unconditional friendship. Well, I said it backwards. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional friendship, unconditional respect, guys. All right, guys. If you'd like to help donate, it would be appreciated if helping with supplies and things. If you want, my Cash App is $eclectic81. That's $ECLECTIC81. Also, my email. You have a suggestion of a spell I can do, maybe something to help you. Want to let me know how I'm doing? Or you just have a question you want to ask or something, go ahead and do that. It's the same as my PayPal, guys. You want to donate, not just Cash App, PayPal. My PayPal and my email is eclecticmalewitch@gmail.com. That's eclecticmalewitch@gmail.com. Remember, guys, get into the craft. Do some research first on law of attraction. Do as much research as you can. I wouldn't suggest jumping right into doing spells because your energy is going to be all over the place. You need to ground and you need to center that energy. Once you do, you're going to see amazing things happen in your life, guys. Amazing things. Alright, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell notification icon to be updated my latest video. Thank you for watching my video. This is the Eclectic Male Witch. Blessed be.